Alright. Alrighty. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with a very special live stream for you guys. As you can see by the title and the thumbnail, it's officially NBA Finals season. We have our matchup set. Boston Celtics, Golden State Warriors, and whether we like it or not, by the end of this whole thing, probably by the middle of June, an obnoxious fan base is going to be having yet another parade. Now, how I'm doing this is simple. Alright? This is how I'm doing it. I'm going to go through each sports, cities, teams, Big Four. I'm not going to talk about soccer or anything, because I know some teams have more than one soccer team, and I'm not going to do that. No, soccer, nah. I don't consider myself a big soccer guy. Although my team, the Columbus Crew, I guess you could say my team. I mean, I'm kind of not really a casual, but then again, I'm not like a diehard soccer fan. I mean, I do root for the Crew, who have 2 MLS Cups, which is dope. They're one of the originals, so that's cool. But I'm not gonna come out here and say, yeah, that's my squad. I'm diehard Crew fan. I mean, overall, I don't even consider myself a straight up soccer fan in general. Except for, like, you know, maybe the occasional club, like when I watch like European soccer or something. I mean, if the Crew make it to the freaking postseason, of course I'm going to watch them. But, like, when it comes down to it, I'm more of a World Cup kind of person. I love watching freaking country soccer. Like, you know, we have freaking USA versus Britain or USA versus freaking France. I'll watch that all day. But this club soccer, not the biggest club soccer guy. By the way, the World Cup's coming up in a couple months. In December, I believe. So, they're going to have to battle with the likes of football. Our football. The real football. That's soccer. This is football. But anyways, let's get right down to it. We're going to start off with the city of Boston. As you can see, with Boston, you have the Celtics. You have the Red Sox. You have the Bruins. And, of course, the Patriots. Now, I'm going to go from left to right here. Alright? We're going to go from left to right. Alright. Starting off with the Red Sox. And we're going to start off with the fact that, well, they have a couple third place finishes. They have 6 third place finishes. Now, you notice they're bronze. Or at least the closest close to bronze I could get it to. But they lost in the conference, in the ALCS. Yeah, 6 times. Which is crazy. You know. Might have to fact check that a little bit. But they've been there a lot. Now, you look. Hang on. Let me actually check that real quick. Gotta make sure it was right. I'm pretty sure. It's always good to fact check yourself, you know? But anyways, we're actually going to start off with the most successful team in Boston. And that is the Patriots. They have lost in the AFC title game 4 times. They have won the title game 3 times. And obviously, they have 6 rings. They could have easily had more. The NFC East has kept those lunatics from having 9 rings. This dude, Tom Brady, could have easily had 1 for almost every freaking finger. Like, isn't that crazy? He could have easily had 1 for every finger. Like, bro. Eli Manning and Nick Foles kept Tom Brady from having 9 rings, pretty much. And the thing is, in all three of those games, he had a chance to at least win or tie the game. It's crazy, isn't it? When you really think about it. Like, it's actually insane. But yeah, keep in mind, this is since 2000. So yeah, the Red Sox lost in 2003. They lost in 2008. Oh, I'm sorry. No, they lost it. They lost twice. I don't know why I had 6. Hang on. I got to fix that real quick, guys. But I don't know why I had them at 6. I guess, before then. Oh, that's why. Because I was looking on Wikipedia, and it had 6 losses. I completely forgot about the fact that, they had, they had 2 losses since 2000. Which is even crazier. 2 losses in the conference title game in the ALCS. That makes more sense, too. Considering the fact that they've lost 2, they have not lost in the World Series since 2000. They have 4 championships. Yep, 4 titles since 2000. 04 when they broke the curse of the Bambino. 07 beat the Rockies. Should have been us against the Rockies, but I'm not going to, get salty. Then they turned around and beat the Cardinals. And then, of course, they beat the Dodgers. Boy, man, they kept the Dodgers from winning that World Series. Nathan Eovaldi was a hero in that series. Mookie Betts, of course, joined the Dodgers a little bit later. But yeah, Manny Machado, man, never forget. Manny Machado striking out to win the Red Sox the World Series. That is crazy, man. But yeah, no silver medals. And then, moving on, we got the Bruins. And from what I checked, they have they've won the conference title twice. And they have won 1 Stanley Cup. They could have had more. I know one of their losses was to St. Louis. I remember watching that series a little bit here and there. That was, I think that was right before. Hang on, I gotta fact check myself here. This is why I'm doing this as a stream, because I know this would have already taken freaking 30 minutes itself as a video. But not to mention, I don't know if my computer would have had enough memory to hold a video that would have been this long. Because you know me, I like to go really in depth with my stuff. I might come up with a better name, more catchier name for this thing, but overall, let's do this real quick. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Obviously, they made it twice, so yeah, makes sense. They're 1-1 pretty much in the. Or is it 3 times? Let me check. Gotta love it. But I guess since Eastern Conference, since 2000, here's when they made it. When they won and lost. So since 2000, they made it in 2011, obviously. I believe that was the year they won it. 2013 and 2019. So there you go. Lost 2, won 1. Thought I was tripping for a second there. I thought I got that wrong. And then finally, we got the Celtics, who could be adding either another silver medal-ish thing or another gold. Another banner. Well, most likely they're going to be raising another banner regardless. It's just, is it going to be an Eastern Conference champion banner? Or are they going to be raising one of them awesome looking, NBA title banners? NBA champion. What would it be? Banner number 18? Yeah. But they have 5 bronze. Let me ask her check again. Fact check myself. I'm pretty sure they have a couple. Hang on, Well, they've made it quite often. Because I remember they did lose 2 straight years to LeBron James in the conference finals. That had to have been rough. That had to have been completely just, I can't imagine. Losing to a guy that you absolutely hate in the conference finals 2 years in a row. That's tough. But, yeah. Sheesh. Boston. 10 champions. 11 runners-up. 21 total. But looking at just simply since 2000, they have lost. Well, let's see. They lost to the Nets in 2002. Okay. That's 1. They lost to the Heat in 2012. That's 2. They lose to the Cavs twice in a row. That's 4. And then they're the Heat in 2020. That's 5. So there you go. I was right. It's always good to fact check yourself. And of course, they have 1 silver, losing to Kobe. And then they have 1 championship since 2000. The Anything is Possible 2008 squad with the big 3. So there you go. In total, that is 12 banners for the New England sports teams. They're looking for their baker's dozen. And, of course, it would be the Celtics who would get them that. Other than the Celtics, who has been closest to getting another ring? Well, not really anybody, for that matter, as of late. The last couple of years, I mean, the Celtics have been the closest. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But now, with that being said, how do the counterparts in the Bay Area fare? So as you see, there's San Francisco, the Niners, the Giants, the Warriors, and the Sharks. I included the Sharks because they're technically Bay Area, sort of, kinda. Depends on, how you view the Bay Area. And I had to put the Golden Gate Bridge as the background to it. So, we're going to start off with the Niners. Now, I don't know if there's any Niners fans watching Nerves for tonight. I bet you are. Oh, man, that's funny. But, by the way, I will be live for the Guardians game in a little while. A couple hours. But we look at the Niners. Alright? Obviously, they've been to the Super Bowl a couple times. But they've lost 3 NFC championship games. Not going to talk about them because I don't want to trigger any PTSDs. And I don't want to trigger PTSD from Niners fans. But yeah, they could have easily won a couple more. Of course, they most recently lost to the Rams in the conference championship game this year. I believe they lost to the Giants 1 year. Or is it both years? God, that would be tough. Because I remember a certain dude named Kyle Williams. Oh, God, I just triggered PTSD in Niners fans. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I apologize. But, yeah, they have 3 losses in the conference title game, which I would view as a 3rd place finish. And, of course, they have 2 runner-up trophies. Yeah. They won the conference championship game, but lost the Super Bowl. That's the 2nd place finish. That's tough. That is tough. And honestly, they could have won both of them. They should have had 7 rings right now. They should have had 7. Michael Crabtree, I think, happened in 2012 against the Ravens. And my God, you should have beat the Chiefs, man. What the heck were you doing? Come on now, really? You literally had the Chiefs beat. You're over there in the freaking end zone taking a group photo. Out here celebrating like, yeah, boy, we got number 6 coming up. Yeah, yeah. Chiefs are like, oh, really? I ain't hearing no fat lady sing. The clock ain't hit 0 yet. And Jimmy G couldn't pull it out. That's tough. And then we're going to go to the teams that have actually been able to do it. The 2 teams that have been essentially carrying Bay Area sports for the past decade. 20 years or so. We're going to start off with the Giants. The Giants. 1 NLCS loss. 3 World Series championships. Yeah. They beat Detroit. They came back a couple years later, won again. That one loss, though, they lost in the World Series to the Angels. Yep. I remember they beat the Royals one year, I believe, too. Beat the Royals, beat the Angels, they lost to the Angels, beat the Royals, and beat the Tigers. Who the heck was that third one that they beat? Wasn't like the Yankees, was it? Or was it the Tigers twice? I don't even know, bruh. Oh, well, they won 3. And like I said, their counterparts, they're literally their new neighbor, who's only been there for like 3 years. You know, it's like when you're living in like a cool, suburb, and you got this freaking rich ass dude who pulls up, moves in next door, and you look at all the awesome stuff he has, like, damn, he rich too? Alright. Like when you're rich and you have a rich neighbor, like, alright, cool. I'm not the richest person in this neighborhood no more. Well, the Warriors, the Giants are no longer the most successful team in that area and in San Francisco anymore. I mean, of course, since 2000, because the Niners. The Niners, if I included team history, the Niners, like, the Bay Area would have, like, a crazy amount of championships. It's insane. But obviously the Warriors, they've been really damn good since 2000. 2 times they have lost. Of course, they lost to us, the Cavs. 3-1 lead. Oh, I just triggered them even more now. Damn. And of course, they matched that with 3 championships, looking for number 4 this year. They won in 2014-15, and then they won 2 with Durant. And of course, Kawhi Leonard came to Toronto and said, I'm the 3-peat stopper. You ain't getting no 3-peat on my watch, you bums. So then he, and that's of course when Klay Thompson got hurt. In the last 2 years, the Warriors have been essentially chilling here in the depths of the lottery teams, and they've been building up their youth a little bit, getting younger. I remember when we had LeBron, they didn't really care about the draft. They just built their team through free agency, signed some guys here and there and did whatever. But they got younger. Jordan Poole came into town. Of course, they have Kevon Looney, among others. They drafted Moses Moody and Kuminga. So they got a nice little youth thing going on now. And now they're back. Again. Curry got hurt 2 years. He was hurt the past 2 years. Klay was out, of course, 2020 and 2021. And now they're back. Yay. Awesome. Yeah. But now let's talk about, I guess you could say, the black sheep of these 4. Unfortunately, the Sharks, they've had some decent success. They had 4 losses in the title game, and 1 loss in the Stanley Cup to the Penguins. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? But overall, yeah, most successful. Obviously, it's Boston. Boston has doubled up San Francisco with 12-6. Oh, but crazy dog. What about Oakland? They're Bay Area. Well, the only one I'd add is the Raiders. Even if I added soccer, the San Jose Quakes, I think, have 2, right? 2 rings or whatever. They'd still be down by 4. Like, you can't even, like, oh, what about the Kings? No. Not since 2000. Maybe they have, like, I'm talking about legit world championships. They obviously have none. They haven't done anything since Kobe left LA, when Kobe and them broke their hearts. And of course, Kings fans still think that they were cheated out of that conference championship because the refs were low-key sus that series, which they probably were. But dang, man, it's like, of these 4, besides the Warriors, who's the next team that's going to win a championship for San Fran? Besides the Warriors, of course. The Sharks are rebuilding, I think. The Niners are close. They honestly, no lie, the Niners should have been in the Super Bowl last year. They should have. But Jimmy G sold again. I think with Trey Lance, I think they're going to be a damn good team. And of course, the Giants made the playoffs last year. They were one of the best teams in the MLB. And they failed. Couldn't get by the damn Dodgers. I mean, they could possibly do it this year, but it's going to be even tougher now. But we'll see what happens. But now, because I'm an absolute freaking douchebag, let's talk about the teams that lost in the conference finals. Starting off with Dallas. You already know how this is going to go. I'm sorry, Dallas fans, if you're watching this. Oh, God. I'm sorry. This is going to hurt. Oh, man. When it came to the Cowboys, this was the easiest one to do. Because, as you know, they get trolled about this all the time. They haven't made a conference championship game since they last won the Super Bowl in '95, a year before I was born. And as for the Rangers, they're rebuilding. They're starting to kind of emerge out of their little rebuild. They have famously 2 losses in the World Series. They should have had at least one, sort of, what is it, gold medal thing. They should have won a championship. They were literally like 1 out away. But then, of course, that was the series, I believe, where Joe Buck uttered the famous, "We will see you tomorrow night." As, I think it was David Freese? Or somebody hit a freaking dong in the deep center in St. Louis. They should have won that series, man. They should have had a world championship. Ron Washington was the manager, and they haven't been close since. That's tough. But have no fear, Dallas. You have the Mavericks, right? Yeah, the Mavs. How about that, huh? Yeah. You have the Mavericks. They're pretty cool. Of course, they just added a nice bronze trophy, a nice participation ribbon. Then they have a silver, losing to the Heat. But hey, 2011 happened, and they won themselves the championship. Beat LeBron James and company in their first year. Now, when it comes to the Stars, let me check real quick here, just to fact check myself again. Dallas Stars, Stanley Cups. Obviously, they lost a couple. And this year, they got eliminated, I believe, in overtime? Yeah, overtime by Calgary, who lost to Edmonton. That's tragic. Now, if this was like since '99, they would have had a championship on here. But because I'm talking about 2000, unfortunately, they only have 2 runner-ups. Most recently in 2020 in the bubble. Somehow they made it to the Stanley Cup final. Lost to Tampa Bay. That was, of course, the start of the dynasty that they have now. So, yeah, in the past 20-some years now, Dallas has won measly freaking championship. You look at Dallas with one championship in the past 20-plus years, and then you look at Boston with 12, possibly 13. And then you have freaking San Fran with 6, possibly 7. It's like, damn, Dallas, get your act together. For real. You need to add some more bling to your fingers, you know? Like, damn. You remind me of Cleveland a little bit, man. You know, Cleveland should have had at least 3 by now in the freaking 2000s. Maybe 4. No, they should have had 5. Maybe more. Think about it. 2007. Indians should have won it. Well, of course, they had to get to the final. Because the way I see it, if we had taken down the Red Sox, we were up 3-1 on them, beat the Red Sox in the ALCS, we'd go against the Rockies, I bet you we shut them down. Look at our pitching staff was. We had prime CC Sabathia. I think that's when we had Westbrook, too. Our offense was alright, but I still think we would have beat the Rockies. We probably would have crushed them. If you ask me. They weren't going to beat CC Sabathia. I don't know if we had Cliff Lee yet, but I know, they weren't going to beat us. Not with our lineup and stuff. We were a damn good squad. But we just choked, as usual. It's like a thing with them. Choking. Wouldn't be the last time they did it either. People always say the Indians were the dynasty that never happened in the 90s. They could have easily, they already had two World Series. They should have had at least 6. The 2 from the early days, 07, and then, no, they should have 4. Yeah, 4. Then the Cavs should have had a 3 by now. But, I mean, hey, you talk about 07. 07 was a fun year. Was it as fun as 2016? No, because the Cavs actually won in 2016. But enough talking about the Cavs. Enough talking about my team. But, yeah. Dallas, they've had it rough. We'll see how the 2020s go for them. But the 2010s were not very kind. But Dallas, bro, I want to see the Cowboys do something, man. I want to see them get good. They deserve it, man. I know their fans are kind of jackwagons for the most part. But I know some cool Dallas sports fans. Shout out to Sean from the Sports Fury. Shout out to Simus, Boys for Life. Any other Cowboys fan who may be peeking in to seeing what I'm talking about your squad. It's like Dallas sports has some dope-ass fans. Good teams. They just run into some hard luck. The Rangers, they're rebuilding. The Stars look alright. The Mavs are primed for a run. And the Cowboys are the Cowboys. That's really all I gotta say. But hey, just think about this. No matter how bad things get, at least you're not Miami. Look at these guys. But let's talk about Miami now. So you look at Miami. And of course you got the Marlins. 2 championships. 2 tries. It's still crazy that they did that. They essentially bought a championship. Oh, I'm sorry. No, they have 1. 03. Whoopsies. I forgot it was 03. So they have 1. That's even worse. Oh, my God. I forgot. That was the first one was 97. Duh. But yeah. They have 1 championship since 2000. Obviously, they've had 2 good seasons, really, in their history. But 1 winning season, or 2 winning seasons. Well, 2. One was kind of a Mickey Mouse winning season because of a shortened season, and they just so happened to get get good at the right time. Slipped into the playoffs because of expanded playoff field, and they actually, I think, won a round too. But yeah, they have 1 championship since 2000. Of course, we know the Dolphins and the Panthers ain't done nothing. And then you got the Heat, who have been essentially the pride of Miami sports for, again, the last decade plus. 3 championships, 3 losses in the NBA Finals. Of course, they lost 2 with LeBron. Then they lost to the Lakers with Jimmy Butler. And 1 loss in the conference finals, which they just got. Brand new. Cavs signed Luke Walton. Yeah, I saw it, Johnny. I don't know how I feel about that. I honestly don't know how I feel. But yeah, guys, Miami sports, it's not as successful as Dallas. They have more rings, barely, but yeah, they have 4 championships as a freaking area. Now I'm sure you could add no, I'm not adding any other teams. This is all they have. Inter Miami FC literally just showed up, and they haven't done a damn thing yet. I might do my teams. Since 2000, we only have 1 championship, but we do have quite a few, bronze and silver medals, though. I will say that. But I figured, might as well do it like Olympic style with the bronze and silver. The way I see it, if you lose in the conference championship, that's a 3rd place finish. And then, of course, if you lose in the championship, the 2nd place finish. So I figured I'd do it like that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. This has been about a half hour, so I was right around there. Even with my lollygagging and the fact check, it probably would have been a straight up half-hour video. But yeah, there was no way my computer was going to have enough space for this as a standalone video. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to do a series this summer about these. So what I'm going to need you guys to do is, if you want me to do your city, go in the comments down below or in the chat, whatever. Most likely, I'm going to say the comments down below in the stream. And tell me which cities. Give me 2 cities that you'd want me to compare. I'm probably going to do my team next. And then I'll probably compare it to like Pittsburgh or something. Or I could do, that's what I'll do. Cleveland. Pittsburgh. Probably Cincinnati and Baltimore. There you go. How about that? I would do the AFC North. I'll just do that. Cleveland, Baltimore, Cincy, and Pittsburgh. Why not? That's my team's division. And then after that, you can tell me any cities. So that'll be a series I'll start up at some point this summer. But that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. I figured I might as well, this would be a fun series to do over the summer. Give me something to do. Love doing research and stuff, so let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. And I'll be back later tonight in a couple hours for Guardians and Royals Game 2. Cal Quantrill on the mound against Aaron Lynch. Or Daniel Lynch. Well, his name's Lynch. I don't know what his first name is. I think it's Daniel. Or whatever. Who cares? But yeah, I'll be back in a couple hours for Game 2. Guardians Royals. Hope to see you there. I'm Crazy Dog. And I'm out. Bye-bye.